Right, so as you can see, this is Sneaky Black Guy, and he is currently the Rank 1 player, the new Rank 1 player, overtaking Skiffic, the old Ranked 1 player. And down here is the world #1 Warno player, who is currently Ranked 7, because he lets his younger brother play on his account. Hello and welcome to this Warno 1v1 game played on Urban Frontlines between Sneaky Black Guy, the new Rank 1 player, playing as 11th US ACAV, and he's going up against Hippie, currently pretending to be Doctor Strange, and he's playing TKS, and he is, of course, the world #1 Warno player, but his younger brother plays on his account. So, Urban Frontlines, not a bad map for TKS, probably the best map in rotation for TKS, actually. TKS as a division is bad, but they made reservists a bit better, so maybe it's less bad now. Yeah, 11th ACAV is better, in my opinion, but does kind of struggle on these urban maps. You have to play it quite slow. So what I would do, if I was in Sneaky's position, is I'd obviously cap these zones, right, my back zones, set up a defensive picket line, and then come over here and take India with all the tanks and whatnot, because that's where you're strong. You can use all your tanks. Get caught in an urban quagmire here, it's going to be kind of hard against TKS, right? So let's have a look at the deployments. He's got a BGS Streiser coming over here, right? And that's just a little recon unit. Then a Bradley with 3 armor, not the 5 armor one, coming all the way down here to shoot TOW2s down this road. LRS going to mid. That ground surveillance radar. He's bought this the recon tank at the start. He's put it here, which apparently you can shoot down there with it. We'll see. Quick fix helicopter. So this is the one with 40% ECM. The Black Hawk with 40% ECM and a jammer. Makes it harder for me to hit him with my RT and whatnot. Heimat Jaeger, which got buffed with the reservist rework. I also get this unit. And yeah, 2 AA helos, a C Knight, 3 AA helos. So big helo opener over here wants to use helicopters to sort of zone me out of here, kill all my stuff. And yeah, we've got also a supply, 2 engineers, a Milan 2, an I-Hawk, and Armada 1A3 Milan. So really going big on the helicopters, AA for the helos and whatnot, and that's all. And he's going to try and protect the ACAV and use the helos to shoot people and whatnot. And he's basically leaving this. Most of his guys going here. Switching to my deployment, I'm opening with the FS Jaeger B1, which are really cool. Sadly, they only go at 90 kilometers an hour, so my airborne forward deployment's actually not that good. The thing is, the VLRA goes at 100, but it's actually not. It used to be good, like a long time ago, and people still think it is, but it's actually not that great anymore. The DPS got lowered quite a lot. Quite some time ago, quite a long time ago. Like, if it had 2 barrels, if it was the Zvillinger variant, it would be incredible, but this one is not. So, yeah, VLRA 20 going to Alpha with a race car and a Gazelle cannon. Gazelle cannon recon. FS Jaeger B1 going to mid with a Gazelle cannon and a Heimat Jaeger behind him for Foxtrot. BGS going for the typical, you know, go to the tall building, see things. And then the Sonderwagen actually has very good optics when it stood still. So that's a nice unit to have, but I don't really have anywhere to put it, I suppose. I guess I could have put it, like, sent it over here or something. Tried to get it behind the lines and whatnot. CV, 40-pointer, I think. 45. And the Kanj PZ, which they're alright on the defensive. They're like that JPK-90 that Belgium gets, except less good, but they are cheaper. They are reservists, but reservist ain't as bad anymore. Unimog going to Echo, Gazelle Hot 2, a Gazelle Cannon. So yeah, I think I bought some planes. Anyway, let's cast the game. Right, so they're off, and it's time for me to thank the generous channel joiners, generously joining the channel. They get their names on the screen, they get the videos early, they get members exclusive videos. One join at the lowest levels with 2,000 views. This is currently my sole source of income while I try and finish a PhD in chemical engineering, which is why I shill like my life depends on it. Otherwise, please just like the videos, right? It's free, it helps YouTube recommend them to more people. There's the plane. So I bought a fighter, it seems. And the fighter's going to go for the quick fix. I bought 3 fighters. So that explains the lackluster deployment. So we get that. And then the AA stuff starts going in on us, right? And it does hit us. So now we're going for the C Knight. We should really be going for those AA helos. So he does hit me there. But yeah, AA helos suck balls. So the issue we've got is that the Eyehawk can one-shot me. And he actually killed my Gazelle cannon there. The Eyehawk can one-shot my F-104s, which is the mainstay of my air tab. Which is sort of how T.K.S is played. So T.K.S is kind of bad against any div with Eyehawks. So it's kind of bad against this div. So he doesn't smoke this or anything, so the Gazelle Hot 2 gets it. And we've still got a fighter out. But yeah, we got to watch out for the Eyehawk. These guys have run out of ammo. They did take out my Gazelle Cannon Recon here. In the meantime, we've actually made it over here, and nobody's stopping us. And we're trying to make it into here. F-16 goes on the Gazelle Hot 2. I could have landed that and whatnot. But this thing kind of flies like a brick, and now I have to evac it, because I literally can't turn in time. It's only got one rack of missiles, this has two, and the missiles are better, and so on. I mean, it costs 100 points more. So he takes out that Gazelle cannon. I could have landed that was kind of dumb of me. But now he's evac'd and he's wounded because of the VLRA, so we don't have to worry about him for a couple minutes. In the meantime, the FS Jaeger should beat the Heimat Jaeger. Yeah, we lost another Gazelle cannon. I guess the BGS Thricer killed it or something. Milan 2s and whatnot. FS Jaeger's in here. Eyehawk can one-shot this, because you see it's got 8 HP. Thankfully it doesn't hit us there, but this does 9, so it's kind of hard to use those. VLRA 20's opening up on that. It's only got 4 HP. And you see that 2 bursts didn't quite kill it there. If it was the old VLRA 20, it would have got it. But it was literally like a couple of years ago, so I'm trying to chase him down. He's just running them all the way away. So if I could get this race car up to here, you know, then he can't reinforce. But these roads are all a bit weird. M1A1 ACAV obviously beats Kanch BZ, and now he's coming down here for me. I'm on a +2 because I opened CV and he didn't, because he wanted his push to be as strong as possible. ACAV is trying to spot me here, but you know, we are wheeled, we are faster, and we're trying to run away from him before he gets us. Trying to get the FS Jaeger to go kill the BGS Thricer. My reinforcements are like air mobiles and Super Pumas and a Pioneer called Gustav. So I know about these. Beneficial Cucumber here, pointing them out. That is me. I just changed my name before the game, so I lose the Unimog there. So it's not a Smurf account. I've had people say it's a Smurf. So I send out the AA planes to soak the Eyehawk so that I can try and, you know, bomb. I should have really bombed the Eyehawk there. That was kind of dumb. So that was dumb of me. I lost an F-104. I could have killed this, so that was really dumb of me. This F-16 obviously has the Sparrows. Sparrows go further now, and he takes out the Super Puma, which is really bad news. Because that was like 110 points, because, you know, 60 plus 45 is 110 apparently. VLRA 20 versus C Knight, we're getting hit and whatnot, and we do not make... Oh, we almost got him there, but he started a fire under us, so yeah, they're not amazing. And then the race car gets taken out by the ACAV, which, of course, I mean, this is a lot more armoured and whatnot. So we're setting up in here. Super Puma's being sold. I could have kept it around to spot, but, I mean, his Air Force and his AA are both top-notch. Eyehawks, Stingers, F-16s are really good now. They were bad for a while, but then somebody complained and got them buffed, so whoever that guy is probably really intelligent. So that, you know, the missiles go further and whatnot now. 30% ECM, I think, has always been the case, but loiter time increased and whatnot. Anyway, Mirage 2000 gets hit by an Eyehawk, so the idea was I was going to use that to soak, because I don't get siege, right? And then, thankfully, this doesn't hit me, because this would die in one hit to the Eyehawk. Anything F-104 would die in one hit to the Eyehawk. I'm trying to get a CV in here. I don't have any AA, so I can't really stop these Blackhawks and whatnot. And the Iltis Führung's coming in. I don't think he knows about this unit, because he hasn't done anything yet, and, you know, it's hidden from the LRS. They're hidden from each other, so I do believe I see this coming in. Probably because of this guy, yeah. And so I'm moving up to try and take out that Iltis, but he's hidden it behind the thing, but now he's not, because he's, you know, trying to get away, and we hit him because this thing has like 77% accuracy, so it's pretty high. Getting a CV onto Echo, getting a CV onto Alpha. He's got the F-16s up, and that kind of... So the whole point of my div is like Air Force, Air Force, Air Force. But he's 2v1ing me here, so I should win a 2v1, a 3v1 even, and I do. And then he 2v1s me again. So people always do this, they sort of double down on... but, I mean, he gets me that time, so I don't get him. This one is the longer ranged one, right? But it's out of missiles, so it can't really do much. Oh, that was the last one. And then I evac these because I saw that, but it's a big shame, right? It's a big shame. The Ihawk's giving me a lot of problems. Sea Knights as well. I need some AA over here, but I'm just trying to hide behind the building so I don't die. I need some AA over there. So I've got another VRA here. I've got a P4 Milan looking down here to stop people coming down this road. Looks like he's already got an Iltis. We don't know what was in it, but it would have been something. Presumably, with it being there. So Mirage 2000 is pretty good against Sea Knights, so we get that. And the Ihawk's out of ammo, so, you know, can chance it. Now he's resupplying it, but it's still reloading. So, I think I'm coming around for the Black Hawk now. He didn't bother landing that. I guess, yeah, sadly we don't get it, but I guess the infantry finishes it off. And this is still reloading, because he just didn't have a supply with it. So, you know, he buys another one. And here we go. Here we go. I'm going for him now. And I see the Ihawk fire. And I drop the bombs on it. Sadly, only one drops. And we miss the Sea Knight. And we lose the bomber. At least we get the Ihawk. I mean, it could have gone a lot better there, really. This should have died. That bomber should have not died. Because the Ihawk should have been dead. But right before the bomb dropped, he dropped a missile. And it just hit me before he died. So it's a bit rough. But yeah, this will probably die on the ground now. Because it has so little HP that even though, you know, I can't fire the missiles and whatnot. So then I drop another... Do I drop... okay, I was going on Panzer Grenadier, which I could see with this apparently. And yeah, the F-16 not getting me there. Now he's going for this, but I evac it and, you know, he's basically out of missiles. Well, he is. He's out of missiles, so can't really do much. I do get Ihawks as well, right? ACAV fights my P4 Milan. I hit him and then he just kills me, so that's fair enough, really. This was obviously not very intelligent of me. That's very dumb of me. That should just not be stood in the open like a lemon. Air mobiles have Appalachian, so that's pretty good against ACAVs. Sadly, he smokes. We do hit him, but he smokes, so we're trying to chase him now. Like, the Panzerfaust 3 is really good as well. They've got the same pen, actually. The Appalachian is better because it fires faster. But the Panzerfaust gets more... No, hang on, what? They're literally stat clones. It's just the veterancy. Okay. Panzerfaust 3 used to have 6 ammo. That's a long time ago. So now he's trying to outwit me here. I bought another VLRA 20, but this has, you know, ECM and 8 HP and whatnot. This should have been moved up to shoot, really. So he just lands that, I think. And yeah, I'm trying to chase that ACAV. I want that ACAV. But sadly, I'm out of ammo, so I can't do anything. It's a big shame, big shame. Could have killed him. So I'm up there, but I don't have any ammo. But I'm running towards him menacingly, I suppose. So I'm just taking hits I don't have to. This BGS, it must have been that saw me. Trying to get that quick fix. It's on the ground. Because I know the Ihawk's dead. I didn't know he'd bought another one. Obviously, you got to assume he will. And we lose a Fliegerfaust there, so we know there's like some sort of rogue ACAV. Around. And yeah, he's just healing up, and I can't do anything about it. I'm shooting this, and it's still repairing him. It's kind of dumb, but yeah, this is on the ground, so I'm just attack positioning the ground, because I think I can see it because of this. Anyway, Mirage 2000 matches the F-16, and then, yeah, I mean, the Ihawk misses twice. I was quite lucky, actually. Presumably it'll get me now. I'm just so good at this game. That was quite a lucky interaction for me, frankly. I think the Ihawk should have hit a bit earlier there, and I would have died. It did hit, but I'd evac'd. That last one, it made the boom, but I had evac'd, which is why I survived. So, should have lost that Mirage there, I think. Anyway, we're on a cheeky +4. We're trying to sort this out, but we don't have any bloody rounds, which is so annoying. But we're just sort of running at him, and he must think that I have Appalachian, otherwise why else would I be doing that? I wouldn't be dumb enough to just run at him without any ammo. Only a moron would do that. So I'm running at him without any ammo. Over here, I basically lose everything while I wasn't looking. And I want to cap the supply or something, but this is still here, so he's managed to heal that all the way up, which is a big shame. I'm losing quite a few units now. F-104 bomber sadly misses, and yeah, I got my own Ihawk up now, and we hit him with a Fliegerfaust. Oh my gosh, just so good at this game. Anyway, so he just does the exact same thing he did before with an Iltis, even though he knows I'm here because he is actively shooting at me. and then he thinks better of it. So, the question is, what will we get him? Will we get him? Ooh, 73% accuracy? No, it just got out of range there. So engineers beat Heimat Jaeger. Air mobiles go down because they didn't have any ammo, so I sort of flew too close to the sun there. I was kind of hoping I'd get the supply and whatnot, and I suppose I did because it said that it was my death there. And so we've unloaded some Pioneer Carl Gustavs here, got some Feldjäger up, and yeah, these FSB ones, I've got so much value out of this. It's basically just kept this neutral the whole game. I bought a mortar so I can get my own CV in here. He's managed to cap this zone, so he's on I'll be on +2 soon. Sorry, -2 instead of -3 for him. FS Jaeger have satchels, so I'm just running into the aircraft troopers. I've got the VLRA 50 shooting as well. The main issue is this ACAV. It's causing me a lot of problems, and that's generally the problem when you play TKS. You really do struggle against these tanks. Although, that, the Heimat tanks aren't as bad now, I guess, but they're vet locked, which is not ideal. Anyway, he finally gets the CV in, and he hides it behind this one this time, so I can't actually hit him with the Bradley and everything. Using the Super Pumas to scout. Oh, I gotta go for a second. Sorry about that brief cut there. Obviously, for me, weeks have passed, but for you, it's just a few seconds. So, trying to hit this ACAV with like 10 Guerrillian ATGMs, and then this thing decides, you know what I want to do? I want to shoot the Pivad so I don't die, which honestly I can sort of agree with, frankly. So, in terms of the engineers, I'm using the bombers on them. These reload every 60 seconds, makes them quite good. The issue is they get one shot by cubs and whatnot. So the ACAV survives on like less than 1 HP, so that's not great, but got a nice screen here, and he's managed to push me out of Alpha and all the way up to here now because, there's a tank there, so I can't really get there. This thing has enough accuracy to kill me, apparently, and the engineers are now getting hit by air mobiles and whatnot, and I'm just using this to scout. Now I've got 2 Kanj PZ here. I give them attack move orders, but auto cover takes priority over attack move, which is dumb, and they should fix that. So it just shows its side armor, because it's like, you know what, instead of shooting this guy, I want to be in this forest really bad, so dies. The Pioneer Carl Gustav, I finally get a side shot on that ACAV and take that guy out. He's got the CEVs, which are pretty good against infantries. And I know this ACAV's here. So queuing up for another bomber run. Pioneer Carl Gustav, he's getting a bit impatient now. Like, he has to do something, right? Zonderwagen goes down to Bradley. This has a blinder side with 18 pen. But sadly, I'm low cohesion and I'm reservist and whatnot, so it's not going so well. Get the CEV. Next round, Ramirez, make it count and miss again. This is not ideal. It's not the best thing ever. And yeah, Feldjäger and air mobiles engaging his infantry there. Third round, miss, and it's like, I don't think I'm going to hit him. I think he's just going to kill me. He's not even trying to reverse or anything. He's just like, whatever. This would one-shot him. Fourth round, I miss. It's a parallel cohesion, and there you go. So you clumped up again. So the bombers are coming in for him again. He had a second Eyehawk here, and I killed it with a Pioneer. I'm sorry I missed that. I just ran some infantry up to and killed it. And the BGS fired like 5 rounds there and just didn't get him. There's life in it. But we got a CV now. We got the Panzer Mercer. Bought this thing, which is has a very low accuracy, but I'm using it on the quick fix because it's got no HP. So that's an F-16. It's got nice missiles on it, but it's the AT one, so it's not as good as it could be. And then I chuck 3 planes and an Eyehawk at him, and that tends to do the trick. Now we're smoking the corner so we can get our CV in. Milan 2 got hit by the CEV and gets evaporated. There are 2 there. And now, we see the Sea Knight and there's 3 of us, so what I should not have done is evac all these over him, because now he knows that all my fighters are down, because he's just seen them all evac. So I should have sent them back here and then evac 2 of them and left 1 up, basically. Just to keep the air optics and just to make him think fighters are still up and whatnot. So that was dumb of me. And yeah, we got the 18 AP rocket launcher. Ooh, it's gonna happen. And that one actually hits. So this guy used up all my bad luck, I guess. And, you know, every 60 seconds a minute passes, so this guy gets hit with another 900 kilos of ordnance. No, he doesn't, because that didn't drop for some reason, so I use an LGBT. And, yeah, this range with high cohesion and one vet because of the CV. Oh, no, it's not high cohesion anymore. But we get the LRS. Sadly, that HE bomber didn't work out. I'm not really sure why, but CV goes down. BGS does end up dying there. So if only this had dropped its bombs the first time, the BGS would have survived, because I would have bombed this with one LGBT and bombed this with the other, but instead I hit the LRS, right? Because the regular bomber didn't hit it. So anyway, then he runs into the Carl Gustav and that kills him. So this should have been evac, because, you know, every 60 seconds a minute passes and whatnot. And I saw this, and I assumed that was an IHawk, so I went on it. And I'm using the LGBT behind the HE, so I get it, but it actually wasn't an IHawk. This is the IHawk, because you get 3 IHawks, right? And, you know, I just keep hitting him with the LGBTs. This one sadly doesn't bend enough, so we don't get him. And now he's got his ASFs up now, so got to evac this bad boy. The accuracy on these missiles is really bad. The idea is you literally just volley 3. I think it's 4 per card, this one. The bomber's only 3 per card. It used to be 4 per card, but then Balanceman saw me using it and nerfed it to 3 per card. I do remember that. It's not like I hold a vendetta for like things that happened 3 years ago or anything, but I do. So here we go. Then we just try and 4v1 him, and you know, we're 4v1ing him here, and I don't know, he's just got some sort of ECM field, so 4v1 he gets out, which is okay. I guess I got, and then I die. So I was pretty upset about that. In the meantime, the air bubbles take him out with the Apolas. I literally 4v1'd him. Now all my fighters are down and his LGBT's out. So I wasn't particularly pleased with that. But if you recall, before I had a plane get out when there was a Mirage 2000 that got out, and that was a bit lucky. So that was my unluck there, 4v1, and they all just missed him. I don't know. Alarms going off. I'm very sorry. This video is very poor production quality. So I get LGBT'd here, and he's still got one more, right? This thing's pretty good against infantry. It's pretty trash against tanks and whatnot, so I dropped 2 of that bomb, whereas he only drops 1. So against infantry, it's really good because you only really need 1. But even if the infantry has more than like 10 HP and they're in a building, it doesn't really kill them. But yeah, losing that 90-point unit, really good unit that. I only get 4 of them, and I think I've got none left. I think they're all dead. So, and now I don't have any AT here. So really good bombing wave from him. He cleared this out, and he got that as a pretty big kill. So if only I hadn't failed my 4v1, I would have also had those 2 units. So it's interesting how, how things propagate. But if my Mirage had died back there, that fight would have been a 3v1 instead of a 4v1. So that swings and roundabouts, as they say. So Bradley shooting me, and so I just have to unload all these, right? And I just sort of run it in because I figure, what the hell, I should be able to get him. I got 2 guys, and I'm right next to him, and we hit him. Then I don't know, he just drives this in there for some reason. I thought it was like a CV or something because it was a little car driving in, but no, it was a Unimog. So here comes the CV, and he's fast-pathing it in an interesting way. I guess he can't come down here because of that. Mirage versus F-16. I get him. Wow. And that clears up his LGBT, but the LGBT gets hit by the IHawk, and here's my bombing wave. I see the IHawk. And so I do a massive bombing wave there, hit the IHawk with 2 rounds of missiles, use the AT plane to hit the F-16. This AT plane missed, and then he was... it was an M1 Abrams CV, right, not an F-16. But yeah, he'd had enough at that point. So, because we'd killed all the IHawks, so that was just going to keep happening for the rest of the game, because he'd run out of IHawks, and we got one of his fighters as well at the end there. So I think he only had like 1 fighter left, and no IHawks, and he didn't have much of a front line. We basically got a 2-to-1 KD on him. So, this is me. I'm ranked 10 at the moment. This is a sneaky black guy. Oh, he's fallen. He's fallen to rank 2. Well, at the start of the video, you saw he was rank 1, but now he's rank 2. That's not because of this game. But yeah, so TKS. Good map for TKS, right? It's a div you don't see a lot, which is why I wanted to cover this game. It's not the real reason. The real reason is that this game was played like a couple months ago, actually. and he left a comment on Discord, which I'll edit in. It should be right here, and it just I'd completely forgotten about it, and apparently this game lives rent free in his head. So I figured out what the hell, might as well stick the knife in a bit. Such a nice person. Anyway, I'll see you in the next one. GG.